So to start, tell me about Bernhart. Where'd you find him? Why'd you take a chance on a lacrosse kid?
Well, it's a simple reason why to take a chance on somebody like that. You go back, you watch his high school film, and you say, wow. And, anybody can find it on Huddle. Go to Jarred Bernhart in 2015 season, and, you're not a football coach, but you watch that, you would say, dang, I want him on my team. So that's the answer to the second part. The first part, he sent an email to my son Steve, who's our offensive coordinator, and Steve caught it, which a lot of times you get emails, you just don't, there's so many emails you get, you don't catch it, but Steve caught it, brought it down to me, we looked at it, and I checked with our compliance to see if I could contact him because he wasn't a football player, so he was in the lacrosse portal, which is weird, top lacrosse player in the nation and the lacrosse portal. But so that's how it began. We found out we could talk to him. We talked to him. We talked to his brother Jesse, and eventually I checked with the Maryland, the head lacrosse coach at Maryland, who's a great coach, and so that's how it all came to fruition. And he's obviously had one good first game for us here.
Yeah, and we talked last week about the quarterback competition, how close it was. What was it about him that kind of maybe separated him toward the end?
The first play. So that was it. We wanted to have a quarterback run play the first play, and he's our best quarterback run guy, design quarterback run. So that was all it was. If we decided to do something different on the first play, it might have been somebody else, but that was it. And so then, we kind of scripted a few plays, knowing if first down didn't go great, which it didn't, then we were going to throw a ball on the second down. He completed it. And I didn't want to go 3 plays sub kind of deal. And so he kind of managed that first drive well. And, we stayed with him, managed the second drive well. Put Malik in the third drive. He managed it well. Put Jarred back in the red zone because, he's a pretty good threat in the red zone. And so, it'll be field position issues. It'll be defensive scheme issues. It'll be like who's the hot hand. But, those guys have been just tremendous, and including Jesse Rivera, who's, he's the fourth guy. That's the only thing we proclaimed is we proclaimed the fourth guy, even though Jesse's really good. But the other three just take equal reps every day, and so you see a lot of them just mixing, with our team period and the scripted plays for the team period, and the Skelly period is equally divided. Jesse takes time, so we make sure that we do that equally too. So that's just kind of how it's been.
And I'm sure early in the season you want to kind of win and move on, but what were you kind of feeling after the game and just sort of your pride for the way that Jarred performed?
Yeah, I was really proud. One, nobody mentioned this, but Rob mentioned it, but it's our 29th straight regular season win, so that was a school record, but nobody even in the post-game press conference mentioned it, which that's pretty cool considering the fact that we broke a school record. Nobody even talks about it. But the biggest thing, my biggest take from it was, we hadn't played in a long time. And so if you watch how we came out, you wouldn't make an assessment that we hadn't played in a long time. You kind of look at it and say, man, those guys played the way like they played, they had a game last week. And so I was proud of them for that because that's hard to do. It was a long time. I kept on saying, forever, 629 days or whatever it was. And so it was forever to not play, and then for us to roll out there and be so comfortable. I was very impressed by that. And that's kind of a testament to their practice habits, all the work they did in the weight room with Andrew, and really just kind of their mindset of being focused on the right things.
How important, I know this is almost off subject here, but how important was it to have that big student crowd, and what would you say to the students at Ferris about coming to football games, why it's important to you and your program?
It's just, first off, it's great for our university, just to rally around something, particularly with COVID. It's great to see everybody together. So that was incredible. And then, seeing this place dressed up nicely, and they were on the banks, and there's no place to sit. So that was pretty cool. And then for alumni, a new tent for them, and all the things that everybody's trying to do to bring people back. We've brought them back over years, but that was really cool and really special to see how many people we had supporting us on last Thursday.
In terms of record, Ashland's been your toughest opponent of anybody you've played since you've taken over here. What do they do particularly well, and do they kind of present similar challenges to what they did in the past?
Yeah, for sure. They're always scary good. My favorite player that we play against is our quarterback. I mean, love him. Loved him in 19. He's like just such a playmaker. He can do so many different things. He can go back, and they threw it like 49 times against us, and they attempted to throw more than that 2 years ago. But Austin Brenner took off and ran. So he's a really big threat. And then they're just always prepared. They're always ready. So we know they're going to be ready. I think in 12 we lost to them, in 13 we beat them, in 16 they beat us, in 17 they beat us, in 18 and 19 we beat them. So I guess that's 3-3 in my time here. So you look at 3-3 against us right now with the record we've had, that's a concern. So they're going to be ready, and we're going to have to play really well at Ashland to get this W.